Hello and welcome to HealthyHouseplants.com, where we teach you all about gardening in the great indoors. Today, we're going to talk about how to get African violets to rebloom indoors. And today's video is sponsored by our Amazon affiliate link, which you can see below. Okay, so how to get African violets to rebloom indoors. Of course, when you get them from the nursery and they're all blooming and they're really pretty and it's very exciting, they bloom for a while and then they're done. So, what next? Okay, well, first of all, location for your African violets is really important. And they do like, which is very rare actually, of a lot of indoor plants and even especially flowering indoor plants, they like a northern exposure window. So that is the dimmest window in your house. You wouldn't expect it, but it's true. So you would want to put them in a northern exposure window. That's your first step. So once they've bloomed, and when they're blooming, you can keep them in the center of your dining room table, next to your desk, in the kitchen, wherever you want to see the beautiful blooms. But once they're done, pull off the old flowers and then put them in the northern exposure. Okay, second thing, they do like a lot of humidity. They do like a high humidity. If you live in an area of the country or the world, South America, in Georgia, all the southern states in the United States, you don't have to worry about this next step quite as much as you do if you live in a drier climate. I happen to be in California, so it can get pretty dry here. So what you want to do, though, in either case, it's good, is to have them on a humidity tray. And I do have another video about creating a humidity tray, but you can see here, this one has little gravel in it. And I'll show you another option is marbles. Okay, so you can use anything that's going to raise the plant up. And what you do is you put water into the gravel, and when what happens is you want to put it to the very bottom of the gravel, underneath the gravel, because what you don't want is the plant sitting in any water. Okay, so the water level is right underneath the gravel or the marbles, whatever it is. What happens is the water will evaporate. As it evaporates, it will humidify the plant, so it gives it some extra humidity. Okay, what else do African violets need? Well, they definitely need to be fed. They're one of the plants, indoor plants, that require a fair amount of feeding. Once a month, every 2 months minimum, you want to feed them with something like this, an organic food that is made for African violets. And a liquid is good. So do it according to package directions, or even half strength. Don't go overboard on it because it's not good to over-fertilize plants. You can burn the roots. That can affect the flowering. Okay, so as long as you get them fed every 1 to 2 months, perfect. At some point, however, African violets really do need to be repotted. They are, once again, unlike a lot of houseplants that can go for a long time without repotting, African violets can't. So they really need to be repotted every 6 months, 12 months max, but I would really aim for 6 months. And they will keep blooming and blooming and blooming for you if that is the case. If you do all of those things that I just mentioned. Watering, keep them moist but not soggy, so you try not to let them dry out, but don't overwater. And make sure, check for any pests or anything. They will get mealybugs sometimes. I have a video on how to treat mealybugs as well. And also videos on how to propagate these beauties. So if you do all of the above, as I mentioned, you will have some really pretty plants. If you have a few, you can rotate them. So if you have 3, 4, or 5 of them at a time, you'll be able to put one as a centerpiece in your table, as the others are on the northern window, getting ready to rebloom for you. Well, that is about it today for getting African violets to rebloom indoors. Please continue to enjoy gardening in the great indoors. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.